friends, welcome. Vlog 59, and I am at the Post Falls area. The actual falls are over there. Let me see if I can show them to you. This is actually a dam. Let me see if you can see it. Yeah, it's a tiny little dam on the Spokane River. And then it continues down there, and I think there might be another set of falls down there somewhere that I've never been to. This dam was built for some reason. Yeah, hydroelectric project in 1906. It was built, and it was built with logs at first. I think the first let me think here. So at first in 1800s it says Frederick Post blocked off the river because there was a lot of logging going on here, and he blocked off the river to run logs down the river. And then in 1906 he was made into a hydroelectric thingy generator. Anyway, but yeah, it's a beautiful spot here. And today I want to talk about work-life balance and creating boundaries for mental health purposes. Nowadays, people are crazy workaholics, and they don't know when to stop, be it for the purposes of getting away from reality of life, or chasing the dollar, or I don't know what other reasons. The demand of the job. But to have a balanced mental health, you have to separate your work life from your life. And how to do that is creating boundaries and sticking to them. For instance, the way I do it is I've always thought that it was weird or sad that some people don't know when to stop. Like, if you're working on an hourly basis, you obviously clock in, and then you go and work, and then you clock out, and you're done, right? And then you don't think about work anymore, you just go do your stuff. But I feel like when people get jobs that are salary based, most of the time, even I did this, most of the time you feel like you're a slave 24/7 to the company, and for the most part you are. But what a lot of people don't know is that you can create boundaries and you can stick to them, and that is acceptable. If you have a job that requires you to be on call in emergencies, that's understandable. You know, I will get up at 2 in the morning and go take care of something if it requires it. But what I won't do is continue working after 5 if it's not an emergency. My boundaries are that 5 o'clock is when I stop working on a normal day, and I start work at 8. And I have a 1-hour lunch at noon. That's my boundaries. And I stick to them always, whether it's a salary job, whether I'm working as a contractor, or whatever. That is my work schedule. And like I said, there's exceptions to it. If there's something that needs to be done and it's past 5, I will definitely do it and handle it. But I will not make that into a routine and mess up my my Zen thing. That's from Tron, if you've seen the movie Tron. Anyway, so same thing with weekends. I won't work on weekends unless, like I said, there's emergencies, and there are emergencies here and there that I handle. And maybe not emergencies, but things that need to be handled as soon as possible. I take care of that. But it's important to have that understanding between you and your employer or your client or whoever, your normal business hours or your working hours. And also to keep in mind is that your client or your boss will try to cross those boundaries. And you have to understand that it is their job to get as much as they can out of you, right? So they will try it. And the key thing is to not be upset about it, not to have bad feelings about it, because like I said, it is their job to get as much as they can out of what out of you as an employee or a contractor or whoever you are. So they're doing their job, and it is your job to balance it by creating boundaries and keeping them, and making sure that they know that that thing that they sent you to do can be handled tomorrow. And I always do it. I never make this into a thing. I always ask, because they don't think about it, because a lot of their subordinates, their employees or people they control or whatever it's called, manage, a lot of them, they don't care. They will do things and they don't have boundaries, and that's a fact. And so a lot of bosses will just be used to that. They will send you a project at 4 o'clock and say, hey, can you get this done today? Or they don't even say, can you get this done, and they're just gonna say, can this get done, or whatever. But the fact is that it can be done tomorrow. And I always ask, is it okay if I do it tomorrow? And they always say, yes, it's okay. Because a lot of times I will assume that it needs to be done ASAP. And so then you put your own pressure on yourself. And sometimes you can just ask, when do you need this done by? And just by simply bringing that question up, it can handle the whole situation. Because then they will realize, okay, it's 4 o'clock and it's the end of the day, and then they'll realize that it can be done by the end of the week. Or it could be done tomorrow. So just simply by asking when do you want it done by, will make him think twice about the current timing, or what day it is or what time it is. And that by itself will help you keep your sanity in this crazy world. Same thing with messages and phone calls. We use, I use, with my clients, I use Teams and I use Slack. I think that's it. I used to use something else before. I don't remember what it was, but that's a team messenger. Normally I would turn it off at 5 o'clock and not receive messages until the next day. But right now I don't turn it off. I just let it be because everybody else just goes home at 5. And usually the work that I do doesn't, I usually don't work in a team. I usually do my own stuff, so there's not much chatter going on. So I don't turn off my messenger. But I did get it off my phone because if I'm not at my computer, there's nothing I can do. And I'm always available by text messaging, and they know that, but only for emergencies. So if I receive a text from somebody, then I know this is an emergency and I don't mind taking care of it. But I don't have that messenger on my phone, so I don't have to hear the chatter or think about work while I'm not at work. This also helps me keep my head straight. Anyway, that's all I wanted to share today. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope you have an awesome day. And please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Tell me about how you manage your boundaries or life-work balance. All right, see you in the next one. Bye.